In this video we are playing Find the Stars. So thank you to the comment left on my YouTube channel telling me to give this one a go. I've really enjoyed this, so thank you for that recommendation. We're starting off in Spawn, so I have ordered the video by location. In my video description there are timestamps to each of the locations with an order list of the stars underneath if you do get stuck. Or please do drop me a comment, I'm always happy to help where I can. I love the kind of moon rainbow falling effect from the trees in the middle, that's nice. Obviously we've got a dragon here that's breathing fire. I was sort of expecting to have found a star by now, but jumping inside of the dragon's mouth and we get teleported through. Now this is my kind of obby. This is obby that I actually have half a chance of completing. It's not ridiculously hard. And we have found Dragon Star. The index characters do look like something drawn out of paint or something like that. I don't know if that is the point, but potentially that could have a bit more polish and finesse. I mean, that one, it doesn't even look like the colours inside of the border. But what I do absolutely like about this game is you've got these little mini side quests to get other stars, and there's actually a quest on every one of the islands, which is really nice. So for this one we've got the mermaids and we need to go ahead, accept the quest and then find them. You can see as soon as you've accepted the quest, the box will come up and you can see how many of the mermaids or the items we need to get. So that is a really nice bit of scripting. If that box is not there, the quest has not started, so you need to go ahead and make sure you press accept. Jumping inside of the pool here and we get teleported. And what is a find the game without a maze, because I'm so good at them. But what you can see here is we touch the mermaid and you can see that the number complete has increased, so we are on our way. And if I can ask, if you do enjoy this video or any other from JudgementTV, if you can please help to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button, dropping this video a like, leaving me a comment, and of course coming back to see some more of my videos. Thank you so much. So whilst in the maze we have found a cascade. Right round the corner we found another mermaid. And I'm just literally following the one wall round. It's the same approach I take for mazes so I don't get lost. We find our next mermaid, one more to go. And there we go, and we can see that that quest has now been completed. So we can go ahead and teleport back out of the maze. And then we just need to go ahead and go back to the mermaid who started our quest. Oh, how my heart rejoices. So we've returned her sisters, so they're going to give us the mermaid star. And then that star will appear. I really like that scripting. As I said, I really love these little side quests. It brings some different elements to this game. Again, we've got another one with the wizard. So what they're asking is, scattered across the Fantasyland are 5 mythical potions. So what they do with the quests is they never go off the island that you're on. So it's not like you've got to search the entire map, which is quite nice. So now we know we've got to find these potions. So we are off on our second quest and the first potion bottle is here. So it looks sort of like a medal if you're looking at it from kind of a distance. In the mushrooms we've also found Magic Star. And the difference to this game is not only have they got run, they've also got sprint, but the sprint is too fast and I can't control it very well, so I'm just sticking on run. We have found our third potion bottle, the green one on the side of the dragon there. You will see these dotted around by the way, but obviously unless you start the quest they won't work, so you must start the quest then collect the item. So we've got another obby here. So just be mindful with this obby, you can see that some of the platforms are disappearing. We've got another potion bottle there on the track, so we're going to go across and grab the yellow one. You've got to be quick with that one. That plank does disappear quite quick. And it's quite clever because I don't know which planks are going to disappear and which ones aren't. I just spotted another potion bottle there, but obviously just fluffed that wall twist there. Anyone think that I'm an obby pro looking at this? And there we go, we can see that the tasks are now complete. We go back to the wizard. So what we should have done is actually carry on with the obby rather than coming out. I was like halfway up, if not all the way up this obby. So yes, we're going to have to do this obby all over again. I'm not going to go all the way around. Look, the gummy bears, you can jump on them. That's a little shortcut there. And then I like this. We come up and there is this wizard's brother and we give them the potions. They talk like wizards as well, like how I imagine wizards would talk like. And there we go in the cauldron. So again, a lovely bit of scripting and love the portal back to spawn. Underneath those trees, of course, we've got Dream, which fits in with those items that are falling from the trees. Very nice. The map is fairly simplistic, especially at spawn. Maybe a bit more to think fantasy. I don't automatically think Fantasyland from here. I would think a bit more whimsical, but obviously the islands are very small, so there's not much really you can do with them. Going inside the crystal cave, again, we've got a kill brick obby, so nice and easy. May help if you want to put walk on rather than sprint. But we find crystal star. Moving around now into the next area of FAIRYTALE. And we have fairy. So just be mindful, they've been awfully sneaky with some kill bricks there, so you do actually have strips that you can't jump on. So what I love about this is actually like storybook FAIRYTALE. So we've got, this is the giant beanstalk from Jack and the Giant Beanstalk. We've got the gingerbread house. We've got the three little pigs house. I absolutely love this. This is a little mini concept that's really nice. So just making our way up the beanstalk now. And obviously don't go into the middle because you will fall down to the bottom. We do find giant at the top. Climbing the clouds. So this doesn't really connect to me in the same way as the other storybooks. So this is where we're going to go ahead and find Cloud Star as well as Unicorn. Obviously, you know, unicorns are creatures of fairy tales, but I can't think of any true fairy tales like the Three Little Pigs. But this is where you could have potentially had like the moon instead and had like Hey Diddle Diddle, the cat and the fiddle. Because here we are at the well and we find Jack and Jill. I love that one with a little pail of water. Running up here, and we're going to go ahead and get Rainbow. Again, I'm just wondering why that's not over with the rainbow. Here are the Three Little Pigs houses. I really wish they would have gone to town and had one out of brick, one out of straw and one out of sticks. On top of the gingerbread house, and we have the smoke star. So this is the story of Hansel and Gretel with the witch inside of the gingerbread house. You could have also had gingerbread man stars in like run as fast as you can. Inside of the house, and we have Snow White, but behind her is Poison Apple Star. Here we have Little Red Riding Hood, so again I'm starting to think, where's the wolf? And there we go, we can have the wolf star. Again, that ties into the story of the Three Little Pigs. Love the teleport at the bottom of the tower, and then we have Rapunzel, but again you could have really brought that story in by having the trail of hair which you touched and then got teleported. So the next island round, I absolutely love this. This is Wizard of Oz. I love these little themes to these islands. I think this is brilliant. So we have Glinda in the bubble just like the film. This is obviously the munchkins area, and we find the munchkin stars just by the lollipop at the front. We have the witch's feet sticking out from the house. Obviously Dorothy crash lands in Oz, and we have Dorothy inside. You know, the only person they've forgotten though is Toto star. Inside of the little forest area we have the lion. And then of course we've also got to have the Tin Man, and they are there just by the tree. Going into the corn and touching the scarecrow, we'll get teleported to go ahead and get, of course, a scarecrow star. And this is absolutely brilliant as well. So in the film, obviously, they walk through the poppies and they let off this gas. But you literally walk through the poppies, the gas is there, and then you find Poppy Star. Love that one. They haven't got the winged monkey either, which would have been another little one I would have added in. And of course, inside of the hot air balloon, we have Oz themselves. Love that. There's so many little bits of attention to detail and bringing in that story of Wizard of Oz. Moving around now into the candy. So coming into candy, and we have the castle in the corner. So again, come straight to the castle, start the quest. So the Candy Castle Guard, try saying that quick. The Candy Castle Guard will tell you to go across the path and do the 10 quests. And on the path you will see various different types of sweet treats and candy. And then they lead into these teleports, so I really like this. Again, they're simple, they're simplistic. You could have gone to town with some of the obbies, made them a bit bigger. Obviously made those look more like chocolate, but they're brown, so it's fine. And then we're just going to follow the path round. I really love the settings of this map. Again, these additional maps like the Wizard of Oz just show, I don't know if they're part of updates, obviously I'm only playing it now, but it's almost like they've got going with the game and it's just got better and better and better. Here we are in a liquorice tunnel, I'm assuming that is. But I think they've made a lot of improvements to the way they style the maps. So there's no sprint here, so I'm literally just keep clicking, and you can actually get a little bit of speed, then it goes back, and then you get a little bit of speed, then it goes back. But it will just make this tunnel run a little bit shorter and a little bit quicker. And just whilst we're running through this tunnel, there is still time to hit that subscribe button, drop this video a like and leave me a comment. So the end is in sight, we are finally here at the star, and that is liquorice. I think licorice is spelt wrong now, I'm going to have to check, but I'm pretty certain it's got a Q in it somewhere. On to the next one, and it is lollipop. Again, these obbies are sort of my kind of obbies. I can do these ones. I don't feel such a noob, but nice and easy. And we are moving on to the next one. And this is peanuts. Is this sort of a reference to sort of Reese's Pieces peanut and chocolate? I don't know. But again, a really simple obby over. Peanut star looks a little bit weird. I'm not sure if they tried to replicate the look of a peanut. I think they need to have like the definitive sort of figure of 8 shape on that. Gummy again is a nice easy obby. It's very similar to the other obbies, but it does make it accessible, it does make it easy. For me, sometimes when they're too hard, it just sucks the fun out of the game. On to the next one, and this is the gumdrop. Again, super easy. Potentially could have brought in a bit more for the walls in terms of sort of pictures. You could have had pictures of, you know, the gumdrops all on the outside of the walls as well. You know, similar to here. I know I'm in sort of gingerbread. Very similar to the other ones, but the walls could have had icing on them or pictures of gingerbread people, just something like that. But again, if you look at the map, like the area relates to the one that you're in, so this is obviously peppermint, and all round that square is peppermint related stuff, so I really like that. I don't know who this person is. What's the reference there? Is that like Peppermint Boy or something? We have a cupcake. Again, real shame you're not jumping over sort of cupcakes themselves. We've got one picture of a cupcake on the wall at least. But again, the obby is identical, so would I wish him to do a bit more of a sort of different one? Yes, because it is a bit repetitive. So we have reached the end of the road. So there's no actual number, so just walk around the entire path and hit every square and then go back and talk to the castle guard. They will teleport you through and we see the princess. And then we've got Candyland Star. So there is a different version of the star for the index there. I prefer that. It's a bit more polished than the original one. It doesn't look like it's been done on paint. So again, I would just carry on with that kind of star for the index for any other updates. Dropping down and we have zombie. I love that one because starfish and stars don't really have bones, do they? And this is really nice. So we now have the inclusion of a sort of mini quiz. So during a cremation, and it's all death related as well. I love it. They've gone with the theme and ran with it. So I didn't know this one. I didn't realise it was ancient Egypt and they gave the feather. So that's something I've learned. Every day is a school day. And of course you can't beat the Grim Reaper. And that's my favourite. The Grim Reaper star and the zombie are absolutely my favourite. I'm surprised they don't have Spider Star with a few extra legs sticking out. Making our way up the slime bubbles. So we just got a glimpse there of ghosts. So I like the movement. That brings a bit of life again to the map. I love Ghost Star. And we have Pumpkin Star. Yeah, these are definitely a different caliber of stars for the index. Keep up the good work with those. Ran straight past this one. We have Web Star on the web. Again, I love that one. I love it's made out of the spider web. And then we go ahead and talk to this demonic figure in the corner. And again, it starts off another quest. You, I smell you. This feels a little bit demonic for me. Like, yeah, let's go and pick up the bones to complete the ritual. No, I'm not completing your ritual. It sounds like a apocalyptical thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to end the world if I give you all of these 6 bones. But we find the skull there. And like the items aren't really like super well hidden, so if you have that zoomed out view you're going to find them no problem. The second bone is behind the gravestones, the third one by the tree. The next one underneath the spider's web. One inside of the slime pool. And then the last one in the trees there, and then we can go back to the demon, give them their bones and finish the ritual, very cult style. The spirit stirs. And again, I love skeleton as well. This is probably one of my favourite maps for the index characters. On to what I've called the bedroom. So we've got a teleport through, and this is full Lego. Obviously you've got like the little Lego board on the floor there. I love that. So it's not just Lego bricks, it's like they've been building something, because obviously my kids have those little those boards that you put the Legos on. We have their noob slippers. I thought there would have been something in the toy chest, but oh my god, my kids had one of those toys, and it's like all of the little balls inside would make a noise like rain, and then you turn it upside down, turn it the other way. I can't believe they've added that in here. We've got Sleepy Star on the bed. Obviously teddy bear right by the teddy bear. Lava lamps. They look cool, but they are not a bright light at all. Clicking on the storybook, and again we've got a mini quiz. It's super themed again, so it's all about storybooks. I love this. It's all about the nursery rhymes. Ring around a rosy, pocket full of posies, we all fall down. Twinkle twinkle little star. And then we work our way through to storybook. I'm not sure if everyone would have been told some of those nursery rhymes, so that's really good. I like they've picked some of the harder ones, like Hey Diddle Diddle. Oh, Oh, we had one of these like in the 80s or 90s. So this is that Simon Says memory game. So you've basically got to hit the correct coloured lights in the correct order they give you. Again, I absolutely love this as part of this game, and it's really in keeping with a toy in a bedroom. Luckily they're not super hard and we managed to get the Simon star. And then we have a quest, and it's Mrs. Potato Head, and you can see that Mr. Potato Head is missing a few of their parts. So we're being asked to go ahead and get his eye, arm, leg, mouth. Again, I love that. They've got a theme and they're really tying it in with the quests and the items around the bedroom. So we found the leg there. They've definitely made improvements as they built more and more onto the game. I really hope they do an update to this game because I've really enjoyed it. You know, if you need ideas for a star, you know, you've got YouTubers, you know, hint, hint, hint. You can have a computer and then you click on YouTube on the screen and then it takes you through to YouTube channels who have done videos on the game and they can have a star. Hint, hint, hint. We find trophy star at the top. We find Mr. Potato Head's mouth, I think that is, inside of the bus. Their nose is just by the dice and fidget toys. Eye is by the football. And then inside of the box, oh, I think that's their mouth. What's pink then? Oh, it's ear. And then arm is on the bed. And as you can see, our tasks are now complete, so we can go back. Look at him, whole again. And we find Potato Head star. I love that. Jumping on the building blocks, I had these when I was little. I played at these at sort of nursery and school. They're bringing back childhood memories, but again, a nice and easy jump over to get block star. Moving around now to underwater, and this is just off from spawn. You can fast travel there as well if you want to. And again, it's nicely filled out. There's nice attention to detail here. I thought that would have been a teleport potentially. Again, a bit of life with the octopus putting ink into the water there, and behind the octopus we have inkspot. You so could have put Gary Star by the snail. But we have seaweed. I don't know why I can't think of the word seaweed without thinking about the terrible joke my son told me about why did the sand blush because the seaweed. So again, for Jonah, if you would have thought about a teleport, you could have had the very similar to the licorice tunnel, but sort of like the gullet of the fish with like the ribs. That may have been a nice one. I'm surprised there's not one at the top of one of those seaweeds. But I like the starfish that's hidden underneath the sand. And then just to finish off this video, so every month there is an event. So yes, I've already missed out on January and February. But if you go into the travel menu, you can come across to the Timekeeper's Island here. And as you said, this is the place for the monthly quests. I'm really disappointed I can't do January and February's. But we get teleported through to the Leprechaun. And obviously, you know, March is St. Patrick's Day. I have realised it's now ticked over to April, but I'm not sure if the April event is on yet. I hope they do an update of another island and April, but basically they've lost 100 rainbows, so we've just got to go ahead and collect them. So there is literally rainbows scattered all over the place. So nice and easy, we've just got to go ahead and collect 100 of them. And they are scattered over every island, so if you start to find that you haven't got any more to collect, jump over to a different island. And I'm pretty certain that some of the rainbows on some of the islands regenerated, because I collected some of these and then they reappeared for me to collect again. So I have just fast forwarded. Obviously there are 100 rainbows to collect. They're not in any special places. As I said, just run around the maps and find them. I think I only went to about 3 or 4 maps in the end and managed to get enough rainbows. We're already at 42. Now reaching the end, and you can see this is why I said that some of them reappeared, because I know I collected them all round at spawn. We are in for the last 5. Last one now. And there we go, we have finished the task. I think they left, because it says find the hearts at the top, it should be rainbows, so I think hearts may have been left over from February. Back to the Timekeeper's Island. Then obviously asked to go back to the Leprechaun. And there we go, we have the March 2025 star. So as I said, the only stars I haven't been able to get is the January event and the February event. It might be nice to move those out of the actual index. I hate not having all of them. But there we have it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.